To the latest twist in the Michael Flynn case, Judge Emmett Sullivan now postponing his decision on whether to dismiss charges against Lieutenant General Michael Flynn in order to let in potential legal challenges to the Justice Department's motion to drop its case against Michael Flynn. Let's welcome Republican Greg Steube from Florida. He's a member of House Judiciary. You know, your take on this? I mean, they've tried. The judge has never allowed friend of the court briefs in before, according to Flynn's attorney. Why now?
Well, when have you ever seen a prosecutor who has decided to drop the case or dismiss the charges, the judge take his own opinion of the case without the prosecution moving forward and try to make a decision as it relates to Flynn? It's just absurd to think that a judge is going to have his own justice when the prosecution has said that they're dropping the charges. And look at all of the atrocities that have occurred in this case. They set him up. This has been going on for a long period of time. There was a National Review article that detailed some of these things as how they set Flynn up to take the fall because they wanted to get him out of Trump's White House. It's just absolutely abysmal that the prosecutor would drop the charges and a judge would continue the case.
You know, you wonder if Flynn's legal team can try to take the case to another judge, because this Judge Sullivan now faces a potential ethics complaint. He's now allowed at the 11th hour, a group called the Watergate prosecutors filed these friends of the court briefs in deciding Flynn's case, when the judge on 24 occasions refused to allow that. And these so-called friends of the court Watergate prosecutors have openly said impeach Trump. And the judge has been accused of bias in this, accusing Michael Flynn of treason. So, you know, you wonder about the judge's role in this.
Well, of course, the judge would want a bunch of deep state Democrats that are part of the Watergate scandal to give their opinion, to give him some reliance to go on to continue the case. It's absolutely absurd. Flynn should absolutely get a new judge. And if this moves forward, they should appeal it to the next circuit above him and get real justice for Flynn.
You know, Liz Cheney, Republican Liz Cheney, has basically said just recently, quote, that former Barack Obama, President Barack Obama, Joe Biden, Susan Rice, and, quote, a whole bunch of people have been acting as though they are very nervous that the public will learn the truth about what happened with Trump-Russia probe in the end, notably about the FBI's investigation of Michael Flynn. What do you think they're nervous about?
Well, they're nervous because they knew that Flynn, they wanted to take Flynn out because they knew that Flynn would be the only one in the administration that would kill Crossfire Hurricane, the investigation of the Trump campaign, because Flynn would know what was going on because he served in the national security sphere. So, of course, they're going to want to take him out. I mean, what has occurred here should bother every American, regardless of your political affiliation. You have a political party and an outgoing administration, Obama and Biden, who are actively unmasking the Flynn's name in this investigation and spying on the Trump campaign. We know that Biden was in these meetings, and when he's asked questions about it, he's refusing to answer these questions. So I'm happy to hear earlier on your show that the Senate Judiciary Committee is going to bring people in to testify. I have asked our Judiciary Committee in the House to bring in Comey and others to testify before us.
You know, Senator Chuck Grassley told us last night that he wanted to get the names of who asked for the unmasking of Flynn's name in those intelligence documents, which is basically unconstitutional eavesdropping without a warrant. And I think people are surprised that Joe Biden's name was on the list. When you heard that story today of who the 16 individuals, President Obama's inner circle, did you think that no longer can Barack Obama or Joe Biden deny that they knew nothing about what was going on with Flynn, as they have been dodging those questions?
They absolutely were involved in it, and we know now that to be a fact. And Joe Biden should come and be to testify before the Senate Judiciary Committee about his involvement and his knowledge in that, and he should be subpoenaed.
Okay, Congressman Steube, great to have you on. Thanks for coming in.
Thanks.